Imagine a city so rich, so powerful, and so advanced. It could crush armies, fund empires, and outlive kings. These weren't empires themselves, but cities so dominant they could reshape the world. Cities whose wealth and influence would make today's capitals look like suburbs. You're watching Infinity, where ancient power meets modern perspective. Subscribe now because today, we're resurrecting the legends of cities so mighty. They collapsed under their own greatness. Babylon was not just a city, it was the beating heart of Mesopotamia, a symbol of human ambition carved in stone, gold, and baked brick. Founded more than 4,000 years ago, Babylon flourished under Hammurabi but reached its zenith under King Nebuchadnezzar II in the 6th century BCE. The city featured double walls over 80 feet high and wide enough for chariots to race on top. Its urban planning included temples, gardens, canals, and palaces. Most famous was the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, said to defy gravity and the desert alike. Babylon controlled trade routes connecting the Persian Gulf to the Mediterranean. Merchants from India, Arabia, and Anatolia passed through its gates. Its temples served as banks, collecting taxes, storing grain, and issuing loans. Economic regulation was inscribed in stone via the Code of Hammurabi. Scientific innovation thrived. Babylonian astronomers tracked celestial movements, invented calendars, and influenced Greek and Islamic scholars centuries later. The city became a melting pot of cultures, gods, and languages. Its ziggurat, Etemenanke, is believed by some to be the inspiration for the biblical Tower of Babel. Babylon was so iconic that even after its political power faded, empires like Persia and Macedonia tried to claim it as their own. But Babylon fell to Cyrus the Great of Persia in 539 BCE without a fight. Over time, poor irrigation, salinization, and political shifts turned this jewel of Mesopotamia into a forgotten ruin buried by sand and silence. Carthage, founded by Phoenician traders in the 9th century BCE, began as a modest port but grew into one of the most powerful cities in Mediterranean history. It was a naval and commercial superpower, with shipyards that mass-produced vessels and harbors capable of housing over 200 ships. Carthage monopolized trade in tin, silver, wine, olive oil, and luxury goods from Iberia, North Africa, and the Levant. Unlike Rome, Carthage employed mercenary armies, paid through its immense treasury fueled by global trade. Its political system was part oligarchy, part democracy, with a senate and elected magistrates known as Sophetes. Its elite lived in villas with mosaics and running water. Its engineers built sophisticated irrigation, and its currency was trusted across the Mediterranean. Carthage established colonies across North Africa and Spain, including the silver-rich city of Gadir, modern Cadiz. Hannibal Barca, Carthage's most legendary general, led elephants over the Alps to terrorize Rome, proving how far one city could project power. But its success stoked Roman paranoia. After 3 Punic Wars, Rome made Carthage's destruction a national obsession. In 146 BCE, Rome razed Carthage to the ground. Its libraries were looted, its citizens enslaved, and its fields allegedly salted. A city too rich, too proud, and too dangerous to survive. Founded by Alexander the Great in 331 BCE, Alexandria was engineered as the capital of the ancient world. Built at the crossroads of trade between the Mediterranean and the Nile, it quickly grew into the richest port in North Africa. Alexandria's lighthouse, the Pharos of Alexandria, guided global trade and became one of the 7 wonders. The city's legendary Library of Alexandria sought to collect all human knowledge, making it the intellectual epicenter of the ancient world. Alexandria became a scientific haven. Euclid wrote his geometry there. Eratosthenes calculated Earth's circumference from its library. The city's economy was powered by grain exports, papyrus, linen, and a thriving banking sector that influenced Roman finance. Its multicultural population included Greeks, Jews, Egyptians, and Persians, each contributing to its booming art and science scenes. Cleopatra VII, its most famous ruler, used Alexandria's wealth to fund diplomacy, war, and personal alliances with Rome. The city withstood wars, revolts, and political turmoil because of its unmatched economic and intellectual importance. But after the Roman conquest and centuries of internal conflict, earthquakes, Alexandria slowly declined. Its library was lost, and its glory dimmed under new priorities and new rulers. Long before the Aztecs, The Valley of Mexico was home to Teotihuacan, a metropolis built around 100 BCE and flourishing by 300 CE. It was one of the largest cities in the world, housing over 150,000 people, and perhaps even more in its suburbs. Dominated by monumental pyramids like the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon, Teotihuacan was both a religious and political powerhouse. Its city layout reveals advanced urban planning, including grid-based streets, multi-story housing, and complex drainage systems. Teotihuacan controlled vast obsidian mines. This volcanic glass was used for weapons and tools, giving the city economic dominance. It was a cultural influencer. Artifacts in distant Mayan cities show Teotihuacan's architectural and religious footprint. The city's art, murals, and mass housing suggest a highly organized society with a powerful elite and state-sponsored religion. Despite its size, no written records survive. We don't even know its original name or exact ruling system, just its staggering influence. Around 550 CE, parts of the city were burned, elite compounds destroyed. Was it a revolt? Environmental collapse? We still don't know. Whatever the cause, Teotihuacan fell abruptly. Its people scattered, and centuries later, the Aztecs named it City of the Gods, unaware of who had built it. Each of these cities rose not just through conquest, but through intelligence, innovation, and trade. They became more powerful than many kingdoms, more influential than many empires, and more enduring in memory than even the armies that destroyed them. Babylon stood for knowledge and law. Carthage was the merchant king. Alexandria blended intellect and empire. Teotihuacan was a silent colossus. Yet all fell. Through conquest, climate change, rebellion, or simply the passage of time. Their ruins are warnings that even the greatest civilizations are vulnerable to internal decay and external envy. Today, megacities like New York, Tokyo, and Dubai face similar challenges: inequality, environmental pressure, geopolitical tension. Ancient cities show us what's possible when humans dream big, and what happens when they stop adapting. Their echoes are still heard in our architecture, our politics, our economies, and our ambitions. But the lesson is clear: greatness without foresight is just delayed collapse. You're watching Infinity, where the past isn't forgotten, it's decoded. Subscribe now, and explore the next ancient secret that might still shape our future.